Hey there everybody, so HeroicLegend here, and I'm back for you guys from Dragon Warrior 3. Now, I want to show you something amazing. Sexy. Look at that. Look at that sexy. Beautiful. Fucking gorgeous, man. But, fuck you. Oh, slimes. That's, okay, that's a little harsh what I said. My paranoia must have gotten the better of me. I don't know why it would've. It's not like creatures just cast things like disperse and beat on this land. Okay, mimics always cast beat, but besides the point. But they are red slimes. They're just like, I don't know, kinda upgraded blue slimes? Okay. He said go west and follow the coastline after you go west and south. I know west is this way. And south. And he said follow the coast. I mean that little town out. Nope, no, he does not mean that. Let's just keep following the coast. Oh. Burp. I will fight Merkings. I will take Merkings any day over Troll Kings. I was about to say, but if they survive like that, then maybe I don't. So we know they have over 117 health, but not over 169. Gary. Oh, there's a bridge. Okay, I'm gonna use Izak right now to see what he says. One east and 9 south. We just have to go around. One east and 9. Ooh! Hang on, we have to do our daily outside buffs. And actually, I did want to mention this. So any of you who follow my Tumblr know that I was looking for an MMO to play for now with friends. Hey, we found it! I listened to the man's advice and that was true. What's this place, dude? Dondora, the town of the in the desert. Okay. Oh, hello. Chilly out again today. We lost light and became steadily colder. Yes, it tends to be what happens when you lose your light. Oh man, next to his spit eyes though, I was sneezing. Achoo! 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 Don't talking about me. I can tell it. It makes me sneeze. Hey, tiny metal. How many of those things do we fucking have at this point? No, so I recently reinstalled both Guild Wars 2 and Terra. Now, I actually did want to do a little bit of a kind of like a series type deal with MMOs. This guy goes in the world, and this artifact called Light Orb. Is Light Orb what needs to bring light to this world? I don't know. I've been trying this Light Orb for a while. Fuck. I've tried this Light Orb for a while now, but nothing's happened. No, but I want to do a little bit of like some, I guess, actually blogging on my blog and discussing like what I enjoy about MMOs and what I would like to see in sort of like my dream MMO, you know? Let's see what these horses names say. Snort and Winnie. Riveting. But it's strange, right? Because a lot of people have a lot of different opinions. Even though we are in darkness all the time, I have occasionally seen cases from the blue things in the coral. I believe it was tall grass. Do I have to still go along the coast? Was it west and then south, or south and then west? I should have actually remembered that. Oh. No, the well's almost bone dry. This town can't go on much longer if there's no water. Then again, this town could be wiped out by evil monsters long before then. How fucking dour, dude. No, but, it's hard to explain. But basically, I think I'll throw an opinion or two out there today on, like, what I think makes an MMO good. Please, if you do end up reading it, don't chew my head off. I've been playing MMOs for a while. I'm not gonna call myself an expert or anything. I've never quite PvP'd as much or PvE'd as much. I have made it to endgame as with most of those because, you know, other games. I played and got a lot of other games, so I didn't really commit. And some people might say, well, that's your problem, you never commit, but it's hard to... Oh, good for you, guy. Shame your weapon shop is not open right now, because I probably could have used some upgrades. Dragon's weak, snow is stronger. Fuck. Weaker. Oh, definitely weaker. Ha! Ha! I'm gonna sell you some shit. If I can. Okay. But, like, I don't know, I guess I'm curious. Well, I was curious to see what you guys would say. Like, what are your thoughts on, like, what makes an MMO good to you if you play them? And if you don't, what do you think would make an MMO? What do you think would attract you to an MMO? You know? Is it gameplay? Is it graphics? Is it, controls? Gimmicks? Would you play an MMO if it had loot boxes? Would you turn your nose up to it if it didn't? Or would you turn your nose up to it if it did? I'm trying to think, like, would you be upset if the MMO, would you want to pay for an MMO every month, like do the subscription thing like WoW and Final Fantasy? Or would that stop you from ever touching the damn thing? Would you play it if it had a cash store? Or would you call it a premium game and just not do anything with it? Is there ability something that makes you like it or something that makes you hate it? You know? And all these great questions which, you know, invite you to just basically give your opinions on things. And for me personally, so the MMOs that I've liked so far have been Ragnarok, Tree of Saviors, Ion back in the days when you did have to pay. And for me, I'm not gonna pretend like, you know, oh, paying the subscription's the worst thing in the world. No, those servers probably cost a lot of money to keep up as often as they do. It probably costs a lot of money to keep the people working on not only the balance patches, but adding new things every so often. It sounds like, to be honest, a nightmare to go through all that work and still have to listen to players gripe and moan and complain about, like, the littlest of things. And yes, to us, to outside people looking in, it might be the littlest of things. But I will be fair, I've been in situations where I face bullshit and I've had to stomach it, and it's just makes it not fun or enjoyable. It's just honestly frustrating to see things like one class is super broken and OP, and if you're not playing it, then I guess you're not having a fucking fun time, huh, Cupcake? There's also just some games that just can't fucking find a perfect blend. I'll be honest with anyone who's like, oh, well, you played all these games, did you try out this one? And probably not. But one game I did try out, because this was an actual disappointing one, was Arcade. And despite the list I gave you earlier, Arcade was disappointing because of what they kind of gave me as someone who was not only, I think I purchased the Founder Pack, but also as a player who was really looking forward to it. Right? Oh, he actually told me to push the 2-in battle. But for me, when I got Arcade, and when I even bought the... Well, first off, what happened with Arcade was like really upsetting to me. I'll give that to Isaac to just fucking actually use in battle from time to time. But what really upset me about it was like, if you were not the first motherfucker in there on the first day that the early, like, that the fuck, I forgot what it was called, that the Head Start players, and then dancer. Of course, dear. Well, I know I'm gonna see it works in Ruru, but does not. But basically, like, if you weren't the first motherfucker there and speeding through everything, good luck actually fucking getting the housing you wanted. And, oh, well, that's not bad. I'll just get housing elsewhere. Good fucking luck finding housing big enough to do what you wanted to do. And even then, the amount of time that things took to fucking grow, it was absolutely abysmal. And then to hear that because the original producers are dropping the game, it was heartbreaking. It's like, what? So after the, like, one of the updates, that's it? That's all we're getting? It absolutely boggled my mind that they could do that. They were just like, we don't want to keep these servers running. It didn't do as good as we wanted it to. It was kind of a test project, blah, blah, blah. And also just kind of the lies that we were told. And for me, I'm just like, okay, you said there's no real meta type deal, but there is. You said there's no real, like, classes, like you can mix and match to your heart's content and everything's gonna be good and viable. But that was also a lie. The only truthful thing was like, you can go sailing, and even then, that was fucking bothersome to a degree. Like, that in itself almost felt like a lie, because to go sailing, you put yourself at fucking risk. I have more graphs, I need to fucking... I know something useful. 5 steps south of the public bath in Cole, there's a buried flute. 5 steps south. Okay, this was not the place we needed to go. I imagine it's a little further down, so we're gonna go back to our boat. So I'd rather take my chances with the monsters there on the sea than on here. Oh dear. Isaac can't use thunder. Okay. Let's hope Boom works. But yeah, just like... Who just casted what? I looked away for a second. I looked away for a fucking second and someone tried to cast an instant kill spell. Because I just saw the words, so-and-so didn't die. That ridiculous answer makes me happy, but... I don't know, man. It's... When you'll notice when I talk in these episodes, if I get really passionate about something, it's either because I'm very happy with it, or I'm very upset by the missed potential. Because there are a lot of things, and I know I'm no expert, nor am I a critic who's had years and years of experience, you know, looking over and reviewing things. It's just a fan or a nerd's opinion on things and how things could have been done better, and what I would have enjoyed more. And I understand not everyone sees the things the way I do. I get it. But sometimes the ideas I do spew out do make... I like to think that they improve it. You know, so that's why I want to do this little MMO thing on the blog. And I don't know, maybe for those of you who don't want to go to Tumblr to learn about this, I'll just share it here at some point, maybe during a random on Wednesday. Ooh, crit hits. Lovely. Well, that XP is lovely too, but... There's definitely some rants I can do. 100%. Like, because there's just so much, man. Like, so many things have disappointed me. And I know that sounds I guess, dramatic. And it probably is. It probably is. I'm not gonna pretend it's not. Ooh, those are... Oh, ice dogs. Never mind. But when it comes to things I hold interest in, manga, anime, video games, YouTube stuff, YouTubers that I enjoy, the disappointment hits harder because, like, I either respect the idea or I respect something about it. And to see the potential, the missed potential, or just things that they could have improved upon, but either chose not to or just fucking didn't do, makes me upset. It really does. And it hurts to see sometimes. It hurts to see that missed potential. I have a bit left in this video since while we're sailing and probably fighting, so I'll touch upon it, however briefly. Let's use a quick eagle eye before I continue. North and east. Yep, that's back to this place. But more parallels too, but nope. Yeah, but one manga and actually anime I was severely disappointed with was, in fact, Terraformers. I'm not sure how many of you are a fan of it. I really do hope you don't, like, take it too terribly that I said that. Yeah, no, I fucking know it was you, mister. No, it was me what? You fucking know what. But what clinched it for me, and this is entirely true. Oh no. What clinched the series for me, what destroyed it for me, was a single solitary line. What do you think he's dreaming about? What do you think he's dreaming about? I'm not gonna give any context, even though it technically would be the first episode, the first few episodes or so, or the first few mangas, but that line upset me greatly. Now, I'm not gonna come off as the don't kill our heroes type of anime fan. I know heroes need to die, I know sometimes supporting cast needs to die. May Hughes' death was so important to me because I knew the character and I knew who he was, and he meant something to me. He meant something. He was not just a guy who died in the show. He was a father, a commander who had many friends and commanded respect, god damn it. And the scene wasn't just played up, and he wasn't just forgotten. That's a big thing. As someone who writes and does role-playing on the side, to see a character just cast aside and their death kind of put in meaningless drives me nuts. Absolutely nuts. Because what was the point of having them if they were just gonna die and not have any meaning behind it? You know? Again, that's not how that works in life. And in literary works, the life should be respected just as it was, as it should be, you know? Good fucking god, we have run into so many fucking fights. I'm already pretty fucking salty, which is not helping, but, like, goddamn. But it's like... So, while I was obviously saying that, gives you a good hint on what my feelings on Terraformers was. Or what probably clinched it for me. And that was all the death. Now, I say that because, yes, I did like some of the characters right off the bat, but also because how they were taken out didn't make sense to me. You know, I can understand if you wanted to build up the antagonists as this big, scary threat, but they were already a big, scary threat based on what I saw previously. They didn't need to kill more people. Oh, but such a huge cast, they can't possibly share all the time together properly. Yes, you fucking can. It's hard, but you can do it. I came right back to this place. I'm going to briefly sum up the rest of this, and then I'm going to go be upset. Alright. But, yeah. So, I'm just going to give a brief account of what happened and why it upset me. So, what happens to provoke that line is one of the really tough commanders is choking out one of the antagonists. And the dude, while he was being choked out, passed out and had a daydream of sorts, or was dreaming, and was sleepwalking, sort of, right? Like just raising a sign and going and saying like their signature cry of victory. And the whole scene itself was actually upsetting to me, but I'm like, fuck it, if they're going down this route, they might as well commit to it. And then it pans out and shows him in the headlock, and like, what do you think he's dreaming about? You know what I think he's dreaming about? A better fucking plot than that. Because honestly, that pissed me off. Like, you already killed so many people, and you're copping out now, why? And then some of the people who you would have expected to have been part of that daydream were still actually fucking dead, because that's what he did before he died. Or before he got caught. So it's like, okay, so it was showing the extra bits of that was kind of fucking pointless then. And it's just, wow. Now, and the reason why that pissed me off is because, again, we've already had so many deaths up to that point that it seemed pointless to just lie about it. Just make it that much higher stakes then. Go for it. Don't fucking pull out of that. Because you're like, oh, maybe we already killed too many people. Or for whatever reason they did it. But it's just not, it wasn't cool to me. It took me out of the story. Because if you're gonna pull that, then how do I know that the next big amount of deaths or something or if a character freaking gets murdered that I'm really like and I'm really hoping that they pull through gets killed? How do I know if to trust that, to believe that, to make sure that wasn't just another cop-out is what I felt that was. And it really puts me in a bad mood because, like, I like the premise, but they also put too many restrictions on our heroes. What's the point of undergoing their fucking... I think it was like a 10% chance? No. I don't exactly remember the percentage mortality rate that the experiment had, but it was pretty fucking low and scary. Like, I think 1 out of every 4 people survived the experimentation itself. And yet they still have restrictions that could mean that they could die at any minute. Right, like... I'm sorry, they still have the restrictions on their buffing shit. That's like going into an MMO, and every time you cast a buff spell on yourself, you run the risk of fucking exploding. It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me, in all honesty. Leave the buff, and in fact, it doesn't make sense that they need to have their buffs or their incredible additions as injections. Why bother? You might have the, air quotations, scientific explanation, but it would have felt better to me if you just let them be able to switch at whim. Because then that provides, because you could have done something else with it. The whole blurring of the line between what is me being me and what is me being turning more bestial, turning more insect-like. You know, you could have had better drama with that. I also disliked the antagonist. I made up with Jamer an entirely hilarious scenario that could have happened from the antagonist. It was silly, it was goofy, but you know what? It would have been fucking funny. And that's more than I could have said for the damn thing. I don't know, man, like, for me, I just kind of wished they'd done things differently, and that goes for quite a few things that I've watched, read, or played. So, yeah, I think we'll call it here. There's too much salt for one episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and do hope you enjoyed it despite my rantiness. And if you did, maybe share the video, maybe find a friend or two who has similar opinions to me and who you want to be like, hey, this is what you sound like. And, you know, lose a friend that way, but... Oh my god, this outro is fucking bad right now, but just basically... You know the same stuff. Like if you like it, share if you want to. Subscribe to the channel for similar content. Until next video, big thank you all for watching, especially if you watched through my rant. Until next video, laters.